If you're of my generation, you grew up watching Double Dare. It's just what you did. Marc Summers, the host of that show, it's the 30th anniversary. Does it seem strange to you to think that it's been 30 years since you took that show on the air?
You know, the old thing about the older you get, the faster time goes. And when I think about Double Dare, it seems like we were doing it about 3 weeks ago in Philadelphia, and now here we are, 30th anniversary. Where'd you grow up?
In Los Angeles.
Ah, okay. See, we were always a bigger hit west or east of the Mississippi than west of the Mississippi for some reason. But I remember we played the Universal Amphitheater in Los Angeles, and it was insane because it was a lot of celebrities and their kids. And I met some interesting people when we did that.
Why do you think that show seemed to catch on in the way that it did?
You know, Nickelodeon, in their wisdom, had done a lot of research and found out that kids were living vicariously through their adult parents' game shows and didn't have one of their own. They were watching Price is Right but couldn't participate. So they took a playground game called Truth or Dare and added some physical challenges, some mess, and an obstacle course. Right place, right time. And, you know, so much of it is critical. It aired at 5:30 Monday through Friday. Parents would say, watch that show of yours and then we'll have dinner afterwards. It was like a built-in audience. So there were many things that made it work. Go figure out what it is. Try to recreate that lightning in a bottle twice, not so easy.
As a host, doing a game show that's for kids, how did you try to figure out the right way to play it, the right way to relate to the kids to be able to play that?
Well, the secret was I never wanted to do a kids show. I always wanted to do an adult game show. So I treated the kids like adults. I never said, you know, Bobby, do you have a girlfriend? You know, I never talked down to them. I thought we were doing Jeopardy, and I would somehow joke with them, make fun, but not at their expense. And they trusted me. They took it to focus groups, and they thought I was an older brother or sort of a crazy uncle. And it seemed to work, and whatever that recipe was. And I had a lot of help. We had great writing, great producing. Harvey was our announcer and my sidekick. Robin, who was initially just bringing out props, started to become part of the show. So it was a combination of things.
We were just down on the convention floor, and they've got the nose.
Yes.
And people are lined up to take pictures with the nose. Does it boggle your mind that these years later that it has that kind of resonance?
You know, the world is kind of crazy right now, and I think the fact that you can go back to when you were a kid and reminisce about the good times, even maybe just for a day or two, is a positive thing, and that's why I think with the nostalgia and everything 90s, you know, all this retro stuff is working. So I'm just thrilled that it is.
When fans recognize you on the street and want to come up and talk about Double Dare, what are the things they want to know? What are they curious about?
I'm shocked about specific things that they remember from particular episodes that we did. And I go, wow, you were like 9 or 10 years old and you remember that? And so they picked out certain things like that. But, you know, I'm a producer in the back of my head half the time, and that's what I do mostly now. You would watch the quarter-hour ratings go up because as we got to the obstacle course, people wanted to see that aspect. And kids at home would say, you know, I want the red team, I want the blue team. They were very participatory even though they were on the other side of the screen. So, you know, they have great memories and they ask a lot of questions about particular things, but it's the overall fact that they even care about it this long is pretty cool.
I mean, you've hosted a lot of things since then, and we've seen you on the cooking channel. Does it seem weird to go, I should say the Food Network, is it weird to go back to this? Is it fun for you to go back to this?
You know, I've never stopped doing it because that was the show that kind of put me on the map. And I often get called for personal appearances to, you know, sort of recreate a small version of it. So, no, it's always fun. And, you know, people start off and they'll say, I know you probably hate this butt. And then they'll tell me a great story about their childhood. Why would I hate that? You know, I brought joy to you and your family. It's a very positive thing. And I don't have any trouble, you know, thinking that it's been that long ago. And I think it would be cool now to, you know, you could do it with the kids who were on there now, quite honestly.
Have you ever been to Comic-Con before?
First time. Whoa, holy crap. I just can't even believe. I'd heard about it, but until you experience it, you know, your head explodes.
What has it that struck you upon arriving here in our town for this?
Well, how organized it is, quite honestly. It seems to be, I guess, since 1970, this thing's been going on. But I remember I had a friend who was into comic books, and he would come down back in the 70s. I didn't know it became, you know, all things cable and movies and TV and all this other kind of good stuff. We went to the preview last night, and they said, if you think this is large, just wait till you come back tomorrow for the autograph session. So I'm just enjoying it all. You know, I have no expectations. My feeling is if you just come to have fun, it's all going to be good.
You know, if you step right outside the hotel, you'll have an Elvis on stilts handing you a Sharknado hat.
I saw him.
Because Comic-Con.
And zombies were just walking in the hotel lobby here. So what can I say?
Yeah, that might not have anything to do with the convention, actually. Marc Summers, we appreciate you reminiscing and sharing some time with us here at Comic-Con.
Nice job, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, Marc Summers, the host of Double Dare on Nickelodeon.